Well, we have got a cloudy, glass-like kind of morning. No wind. Very quiet out here. Birds chirping and everything. That's the best part of fishing, man. Just get out here and hear everything going on. But I brought one rod and one lure today. We're going to find out what that is. You ready, running guns? Time for blast off. Let's go. Morning, Bassin Buds. Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101. I decided to come down to the wall this morning. I was going to go to the dam, but I didn't feel like paddling for another half hour. Maybe another day. Decided to come down to the wall. I've shown you all the wall before. It's that rock, just that rock wall. Goes for about 100 yards, turns a corner, goes back up the channel just around the corner from the slough that I fish all the time. And it's been rough last couple of weeks, man. I haven't caught nothing. Got a few hits. I can't get nothing to commit to anything. So when it gets like that, there's only one style of fishing I'll choose. Slider fishing. And yeah, I like slider worms, but I tell you, that missile bait's bomb shot, and you go to the shorter shank, what do they call it? The SPH, I think it is. There's two classic style hooks that slider uses. And I'm a little slow this morning. And I like the shorter shank on these bomb shots. You know, the other one's about a 1/4 inch longer. That's okay for slider worms, but for the bomb shot, I like the shorter type deal. And I still bend them like an EWG. I don't change anything with that because the hook ratio is so much better. But what I've got this on is I haven't built my slider rod yet, so I have this on a 6.5 foot G Loomis IMX. This is my old slider rod here, and got this on 6-to-1 Legalis, Daiwa Legalis, 6-pound braid, Daiwa J braid in the gray color so I can see it. And I got a 4-pound fluorocarbon leader. I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, man, that's like ultralight fishing or whatever. But I use the real light lines so I can get a long cast. And if you try to go with a heavier braid, say a 10-pound braid, 12-pound braid, you're not going to get those long casts. And with this 6-pound and the 4-pound leader, I pulled 4 or 5-pound bass out of brush piles with it. You just got to be patient. A lot of times a bass will hit that thing in the cover, and you can keep tension on them and just keep pulling on that worm, and he'll come out with it. And as soon as he comes out of that cover, stick him. I showed a buddy of mine that one time. I told him, you know, it's called leading the dog, or walking the dog, whatever you want to call it. He didn't believe it till he saw it. He was like, man, you really can do that. I was like, yeah. And I chose black. Not because it's a cloudy day, just because it's just, you know, if I had one color to throw in this kind of system, I prefer black. It's just holds its identity the best, and it's not a big lure, so you can get away with black even in crystal clear water. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. So we're gonna try this and see if we can't get something to commit. Here we go. He was right up on the rock. I'm gonna net him. I ain't gonna lose the first fish of the day here. He's for a small. I mean, he's not a really big smallmouth, but good grief, man. He just don't want to come up. Might be bigger than I thought he was. But he's not coming up. There he comes. He's a little better than I thought he was. Actually, he's quite a bit better than I thought he was. Got him. Yeah, he's a bit better than I thought he was. Look at that. Pretty good. You know, I released that smallmouth. I had paused it just for a second, paused the video for a second to get the net out of the way and all this stuff. I forgot to hit record when I released them. But hey, you get to see the smallmouth anyway. I'm retying and I'm putting on I'm gonna put on a 16th ounce head. Got a train get ready to come by. Just so I can get a better feel in this deeper water. Get ready for the noise. In case y'all wondering, with a fluorocarbon on this rig, I tend to use a San Diego jam knot a lot. It's just an easier knot to tie. It doesn't use up a lot of leader, so I don't have to worry about retying leader. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 16th ounce just to make it a little bit easier to feel it. And I mean, that dude he was right up on the rock. I mean, right up against it. So let's give this a shot. A little bit heavier weight. Alright, so I'm moving back up here to the slough. It's just amazing how at 100 yards the water's different. You know, it's pretty silted down there. I guess it's from that rainstorm we had a couple of days ago. Didn't really bring the river up any at all. Didn't even muddy it, but apparently there's still siltation down there from, well, a couple of weeks ago we did have about 5-6 foot high water and, you know, chocolate milk. So that's probably the remainder of the silt down there. It's just funny how the river does that, you know. Unless you're sitting in place and looking, you can't even tell there's a current out here. But because of that, the water, I guess the water clarity changes, you know, because it is moving so slow. And no, I'm not kidding. I mean, this, you know, it's black. That black bomb shot right there would disappear about 1.5 foot down. And that smallmouth I caught, he was right up on the rock in about 1-2 foot of water. So like I said, back over here at the slough, I got the 32nd ounce tied back on. A lot clearer water here. And that thing goes down about, you know, on a cloudy day about 3 foot, and I can still see it. And all I'm doing, I'm not even picking it up, I'm just kind of lifting my rod tip and letting it kind of pendulum back to me. It's real slow. And I could put my rod tip down, maybe crank it or something. But I feel like a lot of times I do better, especially when you're fishing around cover, you know, underwater trees and things like that. I find it's better just to gently pull it. You're not even lifting it off the bottom, you're just barely pulling it. Okay, I'm having issues here, guys. That's 2 in a row where I've had either the knot's failing, maybe I'm cinching my knot too tight, I don't know what's going on, but I'm fishing a brush pile here, about 5 foot of water. I had one hit, and I set the hook on them. As I had to set the hook on water. I mean, there was nothing there. I pulled up, the rig's gone. That was a San Diego jam knot. And it looked like it failed. Either it failed or frayed or something. So I said, okay. So I normally don't use this kind of knot, but I went ahead and tied on a Palomar knot. And I did not cinch it tight. You don't want to cinch it too tight because on fluorocarbon it acts kind of weird. And I had a good one on the next cast hit. I mean a good one. And just pop, snapped. So I'm down to one head. I got one head left that I brought with me today. And I don't know, maybe it's just maybe it was frayed line. I'll go ahead and tie that San Diego jam again. I don't know. We'll try her again, see what happens, I guess. But all you can do. If I lose this last rig, I guess I'll be throwing me a small Strike King, Mini King spinnerbait the rest of the day. Because I don't have anything else with me as far as that will work on this rod. Even that spinnerbait might be a little bit too heavy for this. I don't know, we'll find out. Alright, question of the day. That's now 2 times today. You see, I'm surrounded by trees right here. That's 2 times today that I've gotten a hit. I mean, you're just kind of sitting there just slowly, and all of a sudden, boom, one hits it, and you go to set the hook, and you're hung in a tree. How does that happen? How do they do that? How are they able to suck that worm in like that? And you go set the hook, and do they just take the little fins and tie it around a tree and run on? I don't know. It can be aggravating sometimes, but it does kind of make you scratch your head and think, how do they do that? But it happens. I'm sure it's happened to you guys too. Oh, I got one here, guys. Another smallie. Another smallie. A good one too. He just kind of loaded up on it. I moved up here in a little shallower water. Just kind of loaded up on it. Beautiful smallmouth. Those red eyes. On that black slider bomb. Thank you, buddy. Woo, gone. And on my last head, it's a 16th ounce, but that was a San Diego jam knot right there. It could be the line was frayed. I didn't even know it. That's why you should check your line periodically. Well, I lost that slider rig too. Had a fish hit, went to set the hook, there's just nothing there. Pull back a little sliver at the end of my line. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's what it did. I don't, never had an issue. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe you guys can give me an idea in the comments what's going on here, because I've never had an issue with the San Diego jam. So what I'm doing here, I'm tying an improved clinch knot on a black and blue Strike King Mini King. Now what I've done with this is I've actually put they used to come with ball bearing swivels. I don't know why they quit doing it, but I put about a #1 ball bearing swivel on there, hand tied the skirt on it because I don't like collars. And I got some more of these coming in a black color. I'm just going to put like a 20 strand black rubber skirt on it, you know, spinnerbait skirts. But that's what I got to fish the rest of the time here. I ain't gonna spend too much more time out here, but all right, what's going on here? I just had a hit on that strike, on that little Mini King, and he broke my line. I don't know. I don't get it, guys. I really don't get it. I don't understand it. I've never had issues. Don't sit there and tell me it's 4-pound test, because I'm going to tell you what, guys, I've caught some big bass on this 4-pound test leader. So what is going on? I was going to put that, I got one more Mini King left. I'm going to put that thing on just on a straight 6-pound braid. I'm not even going to fool with the leader for right now. I don't know what's going on, guys. I really don't. I mean, from now on, if I have to, I'll just put 4-pound XT leader on that thing. It's just monofilament. If that's the way fluorocarbon is going to be with me, I might just say the heck with fluorocarbon leader for all my stuff. Stick with monofilament. I mean, that right there just aggravates crap out of me, guys. I know I had one lure today that I said I was going to bring, but I've got a box here that I kind of sort of packed, but I basically just wanted to try it in the kayak, see how it fits in here, see if it gets in my way or anything like that. So far I've had no issues with it. I'll go over this box when I get everything packed in it, but so far I like it. It's a really good box. Yeah, I got a few baits in here, but really can't throw much of anything on this setup I got here. So like I said, I got one more Mini King that I can throw in this dude, and I'm just gonna have to go with the flow on it. Tie this thing on straight braid and we'll see what happens. I want you guys to see something here. See, this is another area. This is where I come out of the creek, get ready to go back in, and this is what squatters do. And they get up here. Apparently they must have got busted by the game warden, apparently. They just left their tent, their trash, everything. The rods for the tent, I mean, all that stuff. That's sad. Yeah, that's pretty sad. That's common. That's the only word I can use for it. I'm about to burn up in this windbreaker. Now this is not 2 different days. I had on an old army shirt. I just happened to have in the van, my work van, and threw it on because it was a little chilly this morning. Well, I got a t-shirt and this old windbreaker. So, my thoughts of the day. Aggravated. I wouldn't say aggravated. Sorry, there's a train going the other bridge over here. I wouldn't say aggravated. I would say disappointed. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be rethinking my leader material. It's going to be monofilament. I'm not going to fool with that fluorocarbon. If that's what it does, and I don't know what's going on, guys. I've caught a lot of big bass on slider worms on that 4-pound leader, and I just don't understand what's going on with that. Help me out here, guys. Help me figure out what's going on here. I just Anyway, I'm glad you guys got to come along with me. At least we got a couple in the boat, so that's good. Got a nice little smallmouth. We'll see what happens next time. So till I see you guys again, may the Father bless you, keep you to show His name, and as always, fish on.